Hi everyone, and welcome back to your tip of the week. I'm Jen with Whole Soma Massage and Movement, and I'm super excited to be sharing this information with you today. I've been specializing in bodywork and somatic education through my entire career, and the information I have today will be super pivotal to understanding more about your body and pain as well. And I also want to give a shout out to our Ritual of Release retreat that we had this past weekend. It was amazing. We had a great time. We brought out 10 women and over to Jacksonville, Texas at the Ritual Hotel and Wellness Center. And we just laughed, we cried, we did yoga, we did somatics, we meditated, and we created a vow to ourselves to foster once we got home. It was just a really great weekend of working on ourselves and working with like-minded people. So if you're interested in those, we'll be doing more in the future. You just keep posted and keep an eye out for our information about this retreat and all the pictures, and you can see how much fun we had. Okay, so anyways, today we're talking about structural versus functional pain. So structural pain can be can occur because of functional pain. So structural pain is usually caused by a trauma like a fall or an accident or a direct impact on the body, or it can also be created from long-term dysfunctional pain. So when you think of your pain on a daily basis, you want to look at it, is this an injury that just occurred with me, or is this something that seems to have seeped in overnight and I don't really know where that came from? So that kind of pain tends to be functional pain, which honestly I see probably about 90% of my clients for functional pain. And functional pain is that pain, like I was saying, that is like, I don't understand why my shoulder hurts. I don't understand why my knee hurts. It just kind of happened over time. And that is caused from dysfunction in the body. So what I like to tell my somatic clients or my somatic workshop attendees is that everything like in our arms and our legs and our head, they're just all at the mercy of our mid body. So a general way to look at it is if you've got dysfunctional chronic tension in your shoulders or hips or lower part of the neck, that's going to affect everything from that point out. So a lot of issues that will occur with people are functional dysfunction, where you're either sitting at computers for long periods of time and your shoulders become chronically tight, or you're driving, or you've had some kind of past trauma that was never resolved, like a fall when you were a child, or even psychological trauma too, that can cause tension in the body that will wear and tear your joints over time. So a really common example of that is our hips, where we don't use them on a regular basis like we were created to do, like squatting and lunging and sitting on the ground like we were created to do. We don't do that enough, so we don't use the range of motion that is really natural to our body. So those hips start to tighten up over time. And then next thing you know, in your 50s, 60s, 70s, you're needing a hip replacement because that chronic tension has degraded the cartilage, the tendons, and the ligaments in the hips, and then you just kind of have to start over and get a hip replacement. But something that's super important is, any of those kinds of disorders, like a hip replacement, knee replacement, shoulder, rotator cuff issues, I see incredibly a lot, and neck issues, is if you do get something structurally done like a surgery, you do want to keep in mind that you're structurally changing your body, so you're going to need maintenance throughout life, whether it be through your own movement work or through practitioners like myself. And also, you want to fix the functional issue that caused that problem in the first place, because that will degrade those replacements more quickly, and it can still lead to some pain. So if you have a knee replacement, you definitely want to look at the chronic tension in the hip that could have caused the pressure to be placed into the knee, which allowed the degrading of the knee to happen. So again, you just still want to fix the actual problem and not just get the surgery that is going to fix the structural issues. So I hope you learned a little bit about that today. If you'd like to learn more about structural and functional pain, please check out some of my somatics videos on my YouTube channel. You just look up Whole Soma Massage and Movement on YouTube, and I've got tons of free crudely done videos during the pandemic where I explain a little bit more about how movement can help with alleviating that dysfunctional pain. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great day, and comment below if you have any more questions. I'll be happy to answer those for you.